After months of tear-filled days posting signs and pictures of Bailey all over their local community, Brianna and her father had all but given up hope that they'd ever see their dog again. They ran ads in the paper and contacted what they thought was every shelter possible. After thumbing one last time through the phone book, Brianna stumbled on a shelter she didn't remember calling. With a heart full of hope and a trembling hand, she dialed the number and was immediately connected to a man on the other end. Brianna quickly began to describe Bailey to him and asked if by the grace of God she was there. What happened next forever changed Brianna, her father, and me after hearing the disturbing details. Bailey had been euthanized, put to sleep, killed, for no other reason than just being lost and in the wrong place at the wrong time. Imagine for a moment an animal that you love getting outside, wandering away, lost and desperate, just trying to find her way home, only to become picked up, caged, and murdered as part of what has become routine for thousands of animal shelters across the United States. Now imagine shelters that have policies in place that guard against unnecessary euthanasia of animals. Well, you don't have to imagine these places because they're very real, extremely underfunded, and in need of both donors and volunteers. Today I'll be speaking to you about what are referred to as no-kill animal shelters and the importance you'll play in keeping them in operation. The Humane Society of the United States defines no-kill animal shelters as an animal shelter that does not euthanize animals who can be adopted or when the shelter is full, reserving euthanasia for animals who are terminally ill or considered dangerous. Although still an uncomfortable reality, this is definitely more acceptable than euthanizing animals based on monetary or space concerns. Why are the rates of animals being euthanized climbing so rapidly? Animals all over the United States are being brought to shelters for what is supposed to be a place to provide protection to an animal on a journey to find a new home. But the shelter ends up being the animal's final destination for no other reason than limited resources and space due to overpopulation. Every day these animals are being killed. With our help, this can be stopped. One major problem is that our country is being overpopulated with animals, both stray and domesticated. According to feralcat.com, determining the number of stray dogs and cats in the U.S. is impossible, but estimates put the number of stray cats around 70 million. ASPCA.org approximates that 5 million to 7 million companion animals enter animal shelters nationwide every year, and approximately 3 to 4 million are euthanized. 60% of dogs and 70% of cats. Shelter intakes are about evenly divided between animals that are given up by their owners and those that are picked up by animal control. The numbers that I just gave are national estimates, and the percentage of euthanasia may vary from state to state. Are people knowledgeable about the fates of the animals they drop off at shelters? Most people who bring animals into shelters are not fully aware of the outcome of that decision. They wrongfully assume that shelters are there to provide the animal with at least the basic necessities of survival until they find a stable home. The majority of the time, this isn't the case. Shelters have limited space, funding, and resources and are forced to euthanize animals based on these limitations. How can you and I stop this killing of innocent animals? One way we can help is to donate money to no-kill animal shelters. By doing this, we'll be providing them the necessary funding to increase space and supplies to better serve the growing animal population. These organizations also provide educational materials in the communities they serve in order to try to eliminate portions of this problem before it even occurs, through increased awareness, knowledge, and understanding. In other words, your donations will keep people informed on the importance of spaying and neutering their animals, along with bringing to light the cruel consequences of irresponsible animal ownership. Although all of us want to help, we don't all have the financial capabilities to donate to these facilities. If that's the case for you, giving your time through volunteering is also extremely beneficial to these shelters. The more volunteers they have, the less paid staff they have. Therefore, it frees up money for other necessities such as space, food, and medical care. Now that you know the reality of this cruel situation and what you can do to help, the final step is to act. If you are unsure where to find no-kill animal shelters in your community, the website nokillnetwork.org provides a very lengthy list of reputable organizations that would definitely benefit from your help. Here in Appleton, there is a shelter called Chances Animal Rescue. Your time or money could have changed the ending of the horrific story of loss I told about Brianna and Bailey. to one of a girl reuniting with a dog she grew up with and loved as part of her family. No matter the size or form your contribution takes, you can rest assured that you have in some way brought comfort and peace to the life of an innocent and helpless animal that without your help doesn't stand a chance.